Blissfully Creative. Today I'm here with a challenge layout. This is the September challenge for the Kitaholics kits. At the start of this little YouTube video, I've popped a picture of the sketch. So I'm working off that sketch and I have it on my computer screen. So here I've cut down my Craft cardstock, the white one that came with the kit, to a 9x12 because I'm scrapping 9x12 this year. I don't know if I'm sort of, thinking and questioning myself to go back to the 12x12. So you never know, you might see a 12x12 pop up soon. So I've just cut that down, and on the sketch you see that the picture is actually laid on another piece of paper, but I didn't want to add a pattern paper there. So I've just got another piece of white cardstock, cut that down and just ripped on the bottom of it to give me that little bit of texture at the bottom. So now I'm going through the papers that came with the main kit this month, and they are Craft papers, and they are from the Barbershop collection, and they are really, really nice. I'm really loving them. The kits this year were really boy themed, which is just awesome because so many of the kits these days are just all girl themed, and it's all just florals and pretties, which I completely love. But sometimes you just need to have a bit of a change. And because I do have an older son, and it's good to have some boy papers, because I tend to not really buy them either, because you tend to sort of go for the florals. So what I've done is I have cut little squares out of 2 or 3 of the pattern papers to form my diamonds that are on the sketch for the challenge. And so I've just sort of placed them around my background. Because the sketch is a 12x12 and I'm doing a 9x12, I sort of have to play around with it. So I can't use as many diamonds. I suppose I could have done smaller diamonds, but I really wanted some big ones. So that's sort of the general idea of where I'm going to lay my diamonds. And now I'm just going to do some layering onto my photo. And I'm going to use some of that tissue paper that just came, I don't know where I got that from. I've had it for ages. I got heaps of it. I honestly think it came from the IKEA packaging. When you buy the furniture and it comes with all the tissue paper in it, I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from, because I got heaps of it. I've got like piles of it. And so that's what I've started laying it up with, and some of the background papers from the Craft kit, from the Kitaholics kit. Sorry, I'm just talking in jumbles now. So now this technique I'm doing now, I've been watching this lady on YouTube. She is the Purple Mailbox. That's her name on YouTube. And what she does is she uses like old calendars and stuff like that, and diary pieces, and layers up her photos really, really chunky. And I really, really loved that look. So I decided, because I love my vintage papers, that I would use some of the vintage book paper. So I've just gone and ripped a whole heap out and just, moved them around to sort of really make a thick layer. And I've also grabbed just a pile of, I don't know how many sheets I got. I just literally just grabbed a pile and of just standard copy paper and cut them up and to layer behind my photo, which I'm going to add the pattern paper cluster behind it, and it's made that like stand out so nice. I just love it. It's so much texture there, and the height, and it's just awesome. I'm just loving it. And I'm just using my mini stapler there to staple it all together, because that's just so much easier than trying to glue every piece together. So now I'm just fussing around with my diamonds and trying to work out the actual placement of it. At the top of the screen now, I do have a diamond that goes off the page. Unfortunately, I don't know what I did wrong. I should have pulled down my layer a little bit more. So you could have seen the top of the page. So I'm sorry about that. But there is like a diamond up the top there in the top right hand corner. So now I've just used my stapler to staple those frames to the back so they are just poking out. And that's pretty much where I'm going. And I can't wait for you to see the close-ups of that paper stack, the paper layering stack there. It's so awesome. So now to tie in the paper stack with my diamonds, I'm going to start tearing up some of the tissue paper and some bits of vellum too, because there's vellum behind the photo, just to sort of bring it out into my diamonds and sort of make little clusters, I guess, if that's what you want to call them, little diamond clusters. And yeah, I think that's what you'd call them. So, and just a little bit of that book paper. I didn't want to add too much of the book paper because I didn't really want it to be a huge standout. So as you can see, I'm just like slightly adding a little piece to the edge of those diamonds, just so they're just slightly popping out. And then just ripping up some of that tissue paper and popping them under those diamonds there. And then I'm going to go through my embellishments and work out what I'm going to put down. So I'll tell you a little bit of a background of the photo. That's my son, Keenan. He's 17 years old, and that's a photo from his under 17's vote count night, if you want to call it, presentation night. And because he's sort of in the senior area of the club, they do like a vote count. And yeah, he ended up getting the most courageous award, which we were just stoked about. And he also ended up with 71 votes. So he was like he was the top 4. And like we were just so surprised on how many votes he actually got. I'm not saying that he's a bad football player. He's actually a really, really good footy player, but he's very short. He's not a tall kid. He's very, very short. Unfortunately, he got my height and not his father's. And so compared to all the other kids on his team, he's very short, and most of the kids he plays against tower over him. But he really does get in there and gives it his all, and it's awesome to watch him every single week. So I love that, and I'm just so proud that he won that award and he got those votes, and it was a really, really awesome night. So I'm just so proud of him. So can't wait till next year. Next year he goes into the seniors, so he'll be in the under 19, so that'll be a whole different league. So anyway, enough about football. So I'm just going through my embellishments that came with the main kit. And if you watched my unboxing, you would have noticed that I did sort them out into this box thing that everyone else was doing, so I thought I'd copy them. And it is working for me, but the box is really big for where I scrap. My crafts desk is not very big. Well, it's very big, but I don't have a lot of room. So, because I have so much crap on here. So here I'm just fussing around with the embellishments, and if you notice in the sketch, they had the little arrows down the bottom, so I added that. So I've tried to keep with the theme of the actual sketch and turn it into a 9x12. So I'm just adding little bits of elements here and there to sort of tie it all in together. So now this is where I just fuss around. I seem to fuss around for a while, I think. This recording was like, it was like over an hour. And so then I fast forwarded it by 4. So it's come down to like 17 minutes, I think. So this is the longest layer it's taken for a while. I've never really taken that long. And I did with this one, I did go and pick up my child from school and come home, and then it was her school concert, so then I had to rush her to the concert. And then I came back and I finished it when I came back. So you'll see there might be a bit of a lighting change and stuff. So I've just used that flare that came with the kit. It's got that little deer on it. I really like that. And I've just used some of the twine that also came with the kit and wrapped it around it and stuck it underneath. And just used a stapler to hold it together. Because I find that it's too messy when I use glue. So I'm finding I'm reaching for my stapler a lot more with a lot of things because the glue, I just get so messy. And I did buy the that little fine liner applicator tip thing that everyone's been using on YouTube, and filled it up with some glue, and it is working for me, but I'm finding it gets clogged a lot if I don't remember to wipe it, if that makes any sense, like, you know, wipe it off. And I think that could be because at the moment in Melbourne this week it's been super cold, and I've had to use my heater again. I've had to start putting the ducted heating back on again. So, and I have it hot, like I have the house hot because I'm a very cold person and I feel the cold really bad. And so, yeah, my house is like an oven when I have the heater on. That people who come around to visit obviously can't breathe. So I stopped recording and stuck everything down because I didn't think you'd really want to watch me glue everything down because that's kind of boring. And so now I'm just adding just the little bits of embellishments that were there, just using my stapler. Like I said, it's just I find it easier. I'm really starting to enjoy the staple, and that's my head. And I realized when I was editing this video that I need to dye my hair. Yes, I do. I need to dye my hair. The grey is coming through. Unfortunately, when I had cancer and I lost all my hair twice, my hair came back grey and curly, and I used to have dead straight hair, long and straight, and yeah, my hair came back grey and curly. So I have to sort of keep up with the hair dye, and sometimes I just get a bit lazy because, you know, I can't be bothered sometimes to sit for a few hours down at the hairdresser's. That's really bad, isn't it? So I've just sort of stuck down where I'm going to put all my little embellishments and stuff, and I've just gone off because I really want to add some like more of my thread. You know how I like to have my cotton thread, and believe it or not, I didn't have any black thread. Can you believe it? I couldn't find it anywhere, so I pulled out this embroidery thread and I'm going to try and use that. And then I realized it wasn't going to work. It just wasn't going to work because I had that white with a little bit of silver thread on there, and it was just going to clash. So I just decided to go back with that twine, and that came with the kit, and use that and just pop that under the top corner of the photo, just to sort of balance out that thread that was under the flare, because you can see how it just balances that out. And I have also that twine tied in the little holes of my tag for where I'm going to put my journaling bits. That circle thing, I really wanted to use that, but I just couldn't make it work. It just wasn't going to work for me, so I end up not using it, I think. Yes, I think. So yeah, I'm just using some foam squares. They're just cheapy ones from the reject shop that I'm just trying to use up and get rid of. I think I've said that in previous videos before because it's they're really horrible. I don't like them at all. And so I've stuck my picture down, and now I'm just using my giant scissors, my gold giant scissors, which I love them, just to trim off the excess there. And these foam, what is it? What are they called again? Deer fawn, I think, stickers, letter stickers. Oh my god, I completely have just lost everything. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. So they're the freckled fawn, puffy alphabet stickers. Sorry, I've got it out. Freckled fawn puffy alphabet stickers that came in the main kit, and they are gorgeous. I love them. I want to know where I can buy more in all the other colours because they're so nice, and this is a nice little grey colour, and it just suits the papers so perfectly. So I stopped recording and went off and worked out presentation underneath the word football using those Kaisercraft little mini alpha stickers that I've had for so long, and I've just journaled on my page there. So now I've stuck all that down, and I'm just using a grey lead because in the last few layouts I've been doing a little bit of sketching with my grey lead. I'm finding the black was getting too much for me, and so I decided to start using a grey lead, and I'm really starting to love the grey lead look. So it's just a standard everyday mechanical pencil grey lead that I actually use when I do my sketching. And I'm just using it, and I'm just sort of darkening up around some of the corners of the papers and around the diamonds and stuff. And then I'm also just running it up and down for just a border, just to tie everything together, and, you know, doing some real sketchy bits here and there. And then I decide I'm just going to go in and just doodle around parts of the papers, just to give it a little bit more dimension and a little bit more of a different look. And I really love doing that. That was just so much fun. So you'll probably see me do that a lot in the future on some future layouts. You'll see some of the doodling in the close-ups. So now I'm just using my cheapy watercolors, and I'm just going to add some black splatters. So that's pretty much from me today. So I want to thank you all for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe to my channel, and here's my magical hands, fingers. See ya!